Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1284. We're back. We are back after taking Monday off. Was back in Illinois for a family reunion Sunday, and it was a good time. It's a good time. I'm glad I went. I left Sunday morning, and it started at noon, and I'm like, man, I hope the Bears going into it. I'm like, I hope the Bears play at 3 so I can catch the Bears game. Bears played at noon. Family reunion started at noon. It's in a park, no TV. So I was checking my phone. We pull up. I got to my mom's house right at noon, but the reunion was just in the next town over, 5 minutes away. So we show up, and I'm like, I don't know anybody. And it's my dad's side of the family. So my mom knows some of the people, but she didn't really know anybody that was there. And I know names, and I'm like, it's like, isn't it weird? Like, you go to a family reunion and you don't know anybody. Like, I don't know these people. I had known a couple from Facebook, but I don't think I'd met them before. I don't think I'd met my family. I'm like, oh my God. So basically the family it's the Thompson. It was the Thompson reunion, and it's the lineage going back to my great grandfather. And my great grandfather had, I think, 5 kids. So it's like the lineage of those, what for my generation are grandpas. So I show up, my mom and I, and we were it's like 12:20, starts at noon, and there's it's already pretty much everybody's already there. And I'm looking around, I'm like, my cousin said that she was coming, and I'm like, you better get here because I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Um so her and her husband did show up, and my uncle showed up, and it's like we're doing pictures, and it's like it's just me and my cousin from the entire. And my grandpa had, god dang, how many kids did he have? 5, 6. And then from there, it could be, we could have a whole gigantic family reunion just going to my grandfather's side, let alone, we go back to the great grandfather's side. And the lady, my cousin, that she does a lot of genealogy and organizes the reunion. I can't remember I think she said there's over 80,000 cousins, like 5th and 6th cousins on the Thompson side. And I believe her. If you've seen my family tree, you'd understand. Let's see, I'm on Ancestry matches. I don't know if there's a way to find. Well, let's just count third cousins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We don't have to count. There's probably hundreds. So anyway, it was a good time. Heard some good stories. It's a lot of the older generation. I think my favorite shirt that I saw at my family reunion was "Support your local whorehouse." I think that was. That just seems like a T-shirt you would wear to a family reunion, right? Support your local whorehouse. Your cousins need your help. So, some fun stories. We went back to Anawan, went up to the bar, watched the 3:00 games, had some beers on Sunday night. Good times. I'm glad I went. I wish more of I texted my brother. I'm like, yo, you didn't come to the family reunion. Come to the bar. It's the after party. He's like, I was working all day and I don't feel good today. I'm like, you bitch. He's probably, so I told my mom, I'm like, he says he was working in the basement all day and he doesn't feel well today. I'm like, because he was probably drinking all day. And it's probably not from his working, it's from the drinking. So so good times. I think we're gonna do another one next year. So there you go. I'll probably go. It was a good time. Zach says, does Amy go or does she get out of it? She gets out of it. But she was also working. So she had a good excuse. So yeah. And then so I was going to I left early early yesterday morning so I could get back before noon and start getting to work. I want to give you an update on Collects. Tell you my experience here over the last couple days since I started adding inventory to my Collects store on the Collects app, COLLX. You see the Collects box behind me there. So I wanted to get home and dive right back into work. And so that was my plan, was to work and I had Ernie most of the afternoon. So the plan was, I did a lot of work in here and then I was going to go and do shipping. So we were getting ready for dinner and my buddy texts me and he goes, trivia tonight? And I'm like, oh, and I've got a trivia bug. We won trivia on Saturday night. I'm like, sounds fun. I'm like, at Village Green. I haven't been to Village Green in a while. I'm like, all right, let's do dinner. Gonna eat dinner, take Ernie out to go potty. Mom's got Ernie again tonight. So I thought we were going to run it back, and it was just me and my buddy. Now, we did have some help from the bartender and the cook and a lady sitting behind us. So we had some assistance. We almost ran it back. I almost ran back-to-back trivia victories. We had a pretty sizable halftime lead, but if you've ever played bar trivia, that means nothing. Having a big halftime lead at bar trivia is the equivalent of winning the first round in the NCAA bracket. It means nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we had a sizable, meaningless lead at halftime. Second round, we're cruising. Like, we're doing pretty damn good. We only missed, I think, 2 questions the entire night. We go into final Jeopardy, final trivia. We had a what was it? An 8-point lead? Yes, we had an 8-point lead through the regular season, through regular trivia before going into the final question. An 8-point lead. I'm like, okay, we can be strategic. We don't have to bet all 20 points. So let's do 13 points. Because if we get it right and the second place team gets it right and bets 20, we still win by 1. If we get it wrong, we only lose 13 points as opposed to 20. And, we may, maybe the other teams miss it also. So the odds are better. We'll get a better place maybe. We got it wrong. I think we ended up in 3rd or 4th place. It doesn't matter. We didn't win. So the final question was in, I think, the movie Casino Royale, the 007 Casino Royale movie, which I have not seen. In what capital, the opening sequence, I think, takes place in which world capital? And it was a multiple choice. Now, I don't like these because these are like, if you know, you get it right. I like put in order, and usually they're really tricky, like which, these albums came out in which order. And it's usually like the same year, and you have to, okay, which one came out in January, February, March, April, and it can be difficult. You got one chance. And if you know, and if you don't, you don't. And we didn't. So which world capital? And it was multiple choice. It was Washington, D.C., Bucharest, Vienna. What were the other options? I don't know. There were 3. There were 6 total options. I think the answer was Vienna. We guessed Bucharest. And now I'm going to tell you why. Because A, it was gut. Oh, okay. So it was not. The song is not even by the band I thought. Okay. All right. So I'm Googling what I thought the band name was, and I'm terribly inaccurate, I think. So anyway, I like my gut instinct, having not watched the movie, my gut was Bucharest. I'm like, I think it's Bucharest. And so I asked, without saying, I asked my buddy, I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, I don't know. But I'm thinking Bucharest. I'm like, that's what I was thinking. So Max wants to know, what was the question? The question was, in the movie Casino Royale, the opening sequence takes place in which world capital? And we had a multiple choice. And now I can't remember what all 6 options were. Washington, D.C. was an option. Vienna was an option. Bucharest was an option. Prague was an option. Maybe it was Prague. Was Oslo? Oslo might have been an option. I can't remember. So I had no idea. So we guessed Bucharest. It was wrong. I think it was Vienna or maybe Prague. I can't remember what the correct answer was. We were wrong, so I didn't care. So we ended up in I think it dropped us out of first place, and I think we finished in like 3rd or 4th, something like that. But so that was fun. Little bar trivia. So that was my night. Tonight, eBay Auctions Live. Check out my eBay store, 99centcards.com. We've got 12 hours, exactly 12 hours. The first auction will be ending 12 hours from right now at 7:15. Tonight, we'll start streaming at about 7 p.m. tonight, Central Time. And we'll count down the final horn. There's going to be, I think, 65 new auctions beginning. Thank you, Red Light 34, by the way. I think I accepted all of the offers. I missed a bunch. I was accepting them last night, and then I missed a bunch, and I saw those this morning. 62 are scheduled. And I think there's a couple more that I might, depending on my time this afternoon. There's a couple other items that I want to get on eBay, and I still do. I'm finding more and more Wisconsin stuff, Wisconsin Badger, Green Bay Packers, Milwaukee Brewers stuff, and I want to have a Wisconsin-based eBay auction. It won't be a Tuesday because most of you won't care, those that watch the stream. So we'll do a different night. I did have Sunday auctions end, and I think overall my Sunday auctions underperformed my expectations. So I think the Tuesday night live stream does give a little boost. It also could be the days of the week. And I'm not a big fan of Sunday night auctions because that's when everybody does them. You got to zig when everybody else is zagging. So I'm just not a big Sunday night auction fan. But I think overall, is there a way that I can see my sales? Let's see. If I go to orders, that's not gonna work. Let's just go to my eBay store and let's go to auctions. Let's sort these. Oh, is there a way to sort? Yeah, down here. Sold. I can share my screen. Items for sale. Is that okay? Yeah, I think this is what we want. All right, so here's some. Okay, so now we want ended recently. That's cool. Oh, here we go. Auctions. All right, so the Bobby Witt Jr. lot went for 35 cards, went for $20. So it went for $24.75, which I think is a good price because most of that lot was those Bowman. So I'm pretty happy. $25 for 35 cards. I thought maybe it might get closer to $30 in total. But I think I'm happy with 25. Now, Kumar Rocker, I'm not happy with. 40, this underperformed, but this isn't these auctions. I wouldn't consider the timing, the Sunday versus Tuesday or a different day of the week. This is just lots are not good. Don't do lots at auction. What? So you might be asking, well, why did you run these at auction? Well, I have like 300 copies of the first Bowman paper, so might as well. A lot of these are duplicates. So when you do buy it now lots, duplicates won't move as fast. So might as well liquidate these guys. Bobby Witt Jr. having a hell of a season. Sell him while he's hot. Kumar Rocker just made his debut. He's a pitcher. Sell him now. So that's why I lotted those up. There's a lot of duplicates in those lots. So that's why I sold those. The LaShawn McCoy patch numbered out of 100. This was one where I thought it might sell for 99 cents. It might sell for a couple bucks. It's on the relics. It's the bubble mailer shipping that I think holds it back. But I'm just I did ship in last week's auction. I did ship a relic that went PWE. It went the $1.25 to get that non-machinable. Guess what? It got bent. So no more. So all relics are going to be $4.25. We're not going to risk the PWE on relics. So I'm not surprised. So that's over $5 after shipping. Not surprised by that. The Ben Roethlisberger, I thought this would go for a little bit more. It's a low end card, but it's really low serial numbered out of 25. It went for $1.25 plus the 99-cent shipping. I thought this might go for $2 or $3, so that underperformed a little. However, like we've talked about, it kind of all equals out at the end, and I think that's what these Sunday night auctions did. I didn't expect the Josh Freeman autograph to go for $4.24. That was something that I thought would, be $1.25. So I'm very happy with that result. 2009 playoff prestige, Tom Brady went for 99 cents. I thought that might go for $1.25, $1.50. The Mike Ditka autograph sold for $22.50 plus the $4.25 shipping. So what, $26.75? That's about where I thought it would land. I probably would have put this at $30 on a buy it now. So I'm really happy to get, a $26 at auction. So I was happy with that result. I thought that would actually go for probably 15 at auction. So I was very happy with the result. The Dan Marino rookie, it's off-centered. I sold a centered copy of this for 40 at buy it now. So, this one, you can see it clearly left to right. To get 35 after shipping, very happy with that. I thought this would settle around $20. So I'm very happy with that result. The Johnny Unitas 71 tops went for $3.26 plus shipping. That fell about in line. I think a buy it now would have been around $5. So to get almost $5 on auction, was happy with that result. The 52 Bowman James Hammond Wisconsin Badger card after shipping sold for $3.25. That's about where I thought that would land. Right there. The Aaron Donald number to 75 went for 99 cents. I thought that might go for $1.50, maybe get a second bid in, but it didn't. So fell maybe a quarter, 50 cents short of my expectations. The Art Monk rookie went for $3.25. I think that was a $5 buy it now card, so I'm happy with that. The Peytons went for 99 cents, pretty much where I thought those would fall, with the shipping in there as well. The 86,000 yard club went for $1.62, a little higher than I expected. Roger Craig rookie, $1.62, about where I thought it would fall. The 66 tops went a little higher than I thought. The Mike Stratton went for $325. Charles Long went for $280. The Steve DeLong went for $225. So those, I think, averaging those out right on the mark. The Collector's Edge PSA 9 Dan Marino went for $11.50 plus shipping. A lot. I thought that would end at $5 plus shipping. So that exceeded my expectations. Cookie Gilchrist, another 66 tops, went for $425. I thought that was going to be around $2. So that exceeded my expectations. The John Elway mint grading Gem Mint 10 88 tops went for about $10 after shipping. That's probably about where I thought it would land. Maybe a little less than that, maybe $3 or $4 plus shipping. The Manning, 99 cents there. $2.24 on the Dynagon, a little higher. 99 cents on those. $1.25, $1.25, $1.25. $4.25 on the Brady. The Gallery Brady went for $7.50. Really happy with that. The Topps Chrome went for $4.25. Happy with that. Other than that, I think pretty much around the mark. Lawrence Taylor, number to 500. Thought that might get a couple more bids, maybe get to $2. Eli Manning, numbered out of 250, went for just 99 cents. Again, I thought that one might hit $2. Todd Heap went for $1.32. Manu Patch, Drew Brees went for about a little over $10, almost $11. Really happy with that. I thought that would sell for $1.25. So it was really happy with that. So I guess overall, as I'm looking through, the Montana went for $1.98 after shipping. I think I just sold one of those at Buy It Now for $3.50. So that's kind of in line of where I thought. Let's see, anything else jump out at me? Doesn't look like it. The Rex Grossman relic went for $4.75, and that went for 99 cents shipping. I don't know if somebody bought multiple. Hopefully they did, because I'm going to ship that in bubble mailer. So $4.75, $5.75. That if I did $4.25 shipping, it probably would have went for 99 cents. So overall, I was happy with Sunday's results. Maybe fell a little short, but actually, as I'm looking through those, I think overall they did well. And I go back and I compare it to last Tuesday night auctions, and those highly exceeded my expectations, whereas the Sunday night auctions exceeded my expectations, but by a smaller margin than last Tuesday's auctions. We'll see how tonight's auctions play out. So get those bids in, 99centcards.com. We'll start streaming live tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Let's go to the chat. Say hello to George. George is in the house. What's going on? We've got Victor here. What's happening? Cooter's in the house. Good morning to you. Art Green is here. Good morning. Dan's in the house. What's up? Philly Joe is here. Good morning. Herman's in the house. What's going on? He's listening from the road, headed to the doctor, hoping to get a no-go for surgery on my wrist. Good luck today. Hopefully no surgery for Herman. Dan says, anyone here good with Google Sheet formulas? Does it work? I think I don't use formulas on Google Sheets. It's probably similar to Excel. I know there's a lot. There's some intricacies in the differences between Excel and Google Sheets. So I can't say that I'm good. I don't think I've ever used formulas on the Google Sheets. But I use Google Sheets regularly for some reports that I run. Zach and Porter says, from the stories you told, I would imagine new people could show up to your dad's side that you wouldn't know existed until today. Yes, absolutely. The kind of common theme among jokes was, that runs in the family. Bunch of pranksters, that runs in the family. And then one of the cousins was asking my cousin from Uncle Jack's side, like, oh, and so who are all, and they call him Jackie, which is really weird. So who are all Jackie's kids? And so my cousin's listing through, and then they're like, I don't remember that one. Like, well, we just learned about her a few years ago. And I'm like, that runs in the family. I had that happen myself. Christian says, let's go Tigers this week. Yeah, how about the Tigers rolling up into the playoff race? Mark Marinello's here. Good morning. Mikey's in the house. How are you? I am fantastic. How are you? Looking forward to that cup of mushroom coffee here in a little bit. Zach and Porter says, I can look up your cousins in my database. What is your social? That is how I search them by. 555. Mikey says, sounds like your grandpa really enjoyed getting it on. That's a Thompson thing. Yeah. The Thompsons get it on. Peter's in the house. Good morning. Mark says, my Metsies begin a big series in Atlanta tonight, trying to stay positive, although it's against all I believe in. Amy got out of it. Red Light's in the house. Good morning. Mark is here. He says, kudos to Mr. Keating on his Phillies winning the National League East last night. Thank you, Red Light. Appreciate it. Mikey says, how did you and Amy meet? And what did she think of your baseball cards when you met? And how did you tell her you collected cards? You know, by the time Amy and I started dating, I didn't care about, I had embraced my nerdiness by the time we started dating. It's not something that, like, first topic of conversation, I collect baseball cards. It was it probably came about, but 10 years prior, it was something that I would have hidden from dates. But I don't think I hid it. And when she first came to my apartment, now when we started dating, I probably had 20,000 cards altogether. That's how my collection has grown with our marriage and our dating relationship and marriage. And when I had 20,000 cards, and I basically had, one of those cheap, like Walmart shelves, like random, cheap plastic shelving units. I had one of those just filled up with cards. So 20,000. And when she laid eyes on my collection for the first time, she goes, oh my God, that's the most baseball cards I've ever seen in my life. Boy, was she in for it. But it's just kind of grown. And now, I could bring in a palette of cards and she can't tell. Like, she's like, oh, now it looks, you can tell because I've got boxes everywhere because I ran out of space, which I should never have run out of space. Need to get rid of more cards. So that was what she thought of my baseball cards. We met on Match.com is where we met. Thank you, Red Light 34. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Low Roller says you're running out of free listings. Are you going to upgrade to your eBay store? Well, you weren't with us on Saturday when I talked about that. So I am now selling on Collects as well. COLLX. Download the Collects app. That was something that I had do I do another platform? Do I increase my subscription to an anchor store? And I decided I'm going to try out Collects because the main reason is I can do the same organization on the Collects app that I can do on eBay using Car Dealer Pro. No other platform allows that I know of. So I can list cards. I listed like 400 to the Collects app yesterday. So I think I have about 800, close to 800 cards loaded in a half an hour of work, 45 minutes of work getting those loaded. And I've sold over 40 cards already on Collects. And that was before loading yesterday. So I sold 40 out of 400 cards on Collects already, and more being added. You can follow me on Collects at 1 Million Cubs is my store name. And also just based on the fee structure and everything, I offer even lower prices, a lot lower prices. A lot of my cards are 25 cents, 50 cents. I've got a bunch of 70s singles in my store. for about, I think 49 cents is kind of the going rate on a lot of those. I loaded yesterday. I did, what box is behind me? I think I did 76 Topps baseball, 78 Topps baseball, and 74 Topps baseball. So I put some of those in there, and I think most of those are right at 50 cents each. So, and I'll do, somebody sent me an offer on a whole bunch of cards over the weekend. I accepted it. It's like, these are, right now my collects inventory is kind of, stuff that I don't want to put on eBay, commons, basically commons. There's some stars, and I put a lot of Ken Griffey, not a lot, but I put like 30 or 40 Ken Griffey Jr. cards in there just to see how they perform. And I've sold a few. So I put some 82, I had a whole bunch of 82 Donruss baseball sell. So so far I'm liking it. I'm going to give the guys at Collexa a little feedback that I have. I gotta get that when I get some time today or tomorrow. There's some small little intricacies that just basically on my workflow that I would like done a little differently. But for the most part, it's super easy. One thing, I'm going to create a separate email account so they don't get buried, because I think right now they're sent to my Hotmail account, which is like hundreds of thousands of emails in there. So I think I'm going to create a Collects Google account so I can link that up so I know, so I can just boom. It's super easy to find my invoices and all that. So that's something that I'll handle. And then on the back end, on the collect side, there's a couple things that I would prefer change up a little differently. The shipping, which I brought up because Ted sent me a text yesterday asking how things were going. And my biggest concern is the shipping, the postage, which is deducted right away. And it's based on the weight you have in your settings per card. And so I think the weight per card is defaulted to like 0.4 ounces, which is a little, it's actually probably 0.1. But I didn't think that won't affect it. Well, it does, because if somebody orders 32 cards, all of a sudden that weight goes up, and what should be a 4-ounce order at $4, say, for postage, it's 8 ounces or 9 ounces, and that shoots up to like, it was the postage I paid was like over $6, and realistically it's like $4. So I'm losing some money there, and there's no way it's like boom, automatically you pay for that label. That is something they're changing. So they're working on like eBay, where you don't pay for the label until, like, you can manually change the settings and print the label out to what it's going to work out to be. So that was my biggest concern, which they've already been working on that. So I'm just going to go in and change that setting, that weight setting, so it doesn't affect me as much as it did. And then there's some like just background, like on the invoice sheets, it prints out like the packing order. And then there's a do not pack slip, which has like the location but I want the location to be on the packing slip, so I can just print one piece of paper, pick my cards, and then I can use that as the paper to send it away. So again, probably something they can do with a few clicks of the button, a few button clicks, and get that changed over, hopefully. But I'll offer some feedback here in the next couple days. So Collects, find me on Collects, COLLX, at 1 Million Cubs. Pretty easy to find. John says, John, that 70s card show's back. What's going on? Huge thank you to Red Light for the incredible Yaz card, a card I tried to buy but was sold out. Very nice. Very nice. Mikey says, just ask the Falcons what it means to have a halftime lead. Were they playing last night? The games were on at the bar, but I wasn't paying close attention. Dat Dude of Duryea says the Houston Oilers of bar trivia. John says, last time I played trivia, I wiped the entire bar clean until the final question. My answer was Benjamin Arnold, instead of Benedict Arnold. I lost by 1 point to a team of 7 assholes. John says Romania would have been behind the Iron Curtain, which would have been off limits. Backyard Breaks partner with GameStop. They are selling repacks. Red Light says, you're welcome. I got 2 when I got them, to John. Max says, oh, yuck, never watched Bond. I don't think I have either. Now, I like all of my friends were obsessed with the 007. Was it GoldenEye Nintendo 64 game? Because that came out when we were like in high school, but I never got it. Like I was all about Madden. I was into sports games. I did like when I had PlayStation, Driver, Destruction Derby. What was the other one? Twisted Metal. I was a big fan of that. Basically, car driving games and sports games is all I played on video games, and didn't watch the movies. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. Red Light says, no, thank you, and payment made. Appreciate that. Why didn't you go live on Sunday? Because I wasn't home. That's why I didn't go live on Sunday. Are Sunday night auctions impacted by NFL season? I don't think so. Super Bowl Sunday would be, but just a regular Sunday night game, because there's just one game. I don't think there's much of an impact during NFL Sunday night. Zach says, Bo has never done a video on Sundays. He doesn't use technology on Sundays. That has been well established at this point. 99-cent relics. Love it. Hobby is broken. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll put relics in quarter boxes because nobody buys them for $1 at card shows. I bet my dollar boxes, that's the 70s box I have back there, but my dollar boxes, I'm going to put relics in dollar boxes. And sometimes people will buy a whole bunch of them, but for the most part, it's hard to sell them for $1 at card shows. So sometimes they go in my quarter boxes. Herb Washington continues to outpace modern Hall of Fame cards. Johnny M in the house. Good morning. Been using eBay's multiple listings from photos lately. Went from 32 listings an hour to 70 so far. No scanner, no paying per scan. Great for smaller stores. Brian says, that's great, Johnny. I'll have to try that. Tracy's in the house. Good morning. Value Box Digger is here. Says eBay also has templates that make listing easy. No need for paid services. There you go. Yeah, if you're just doing it, if you're full-time, I would recommend Car Dealer Pro, Scanner. But if you're not full-time, if you're just doing a side hustle, there's no need for scanners and Car Dealer Pro, unless you want to scale up. The eBay standard envelope is a to-be machined label by design. Paying extra won't prevent machining unless a clerk just happens to notice it while loading the machine. That's what I always thought, but people were always, I've heard that $1.25, the 3 ounces, doesn't get machined. But I think it does. In fact, I think non-machinable stamps also get machined. I don't trust them. I don't trust those non-machinable. Bo is basically doing what LRS does. He looks at all of what Bo sold, then shouts out random stats content. Yes. Johnny M says, that's what I've been using. This has increased my listing time 2 per hour. I think I can get it up even higher. There you go. If you have a bunch of time from one set, can utilize the title year set. Just fill in player name and title. Unicorn Cupcakes in the house. Sometimes I think LRS is actually Bo's wife just trolling him. Oh no, my wife is sound asleep. Value Box Digger says to Zach and Porter, what's this staying on topic right away? We don't do that here. Mr. Archer in the house. Good morning. Technically, he should be talking about Tuesday auctions. This is the tease part. We got Tuesday auctions coming up tonight, 7 o'clock. Baseball tidbit. On this date in 1957, the Dodgers played their last game in Brooklyn. Also on this day, 26 years ago in 1998, was the Brant Brown. My Cubs fans will know this. Everybody else will not. The Brant Brown play. He dropped it. Ron Santo goes nuts in the broadcast booth. Brant Brown drops the ball. Cubs lose. Made it to the one-game playoff in 98. Value box, and then won the one-game playoff and then got into the playoffs and I think got swept. He missed the topic like a kicker in the NFL. So close, but no good. Johnny M said had a 82 card order on BSC on Sunday. Biggest order there so far. How do you like buy sports cards? I set an account up over the summer and never really used it. Didn't. And here's why. It's just too time consuming to list on there. If there was a way to use AI, scan, and use my organization structure, then I would totally use it. But don't have those options. So Brian says, good morning. I will not buy a break today. Today is auctions with Bo Day. There you go. There you go. I like that attitude. Johnny, how many total cards do you have listed on BSC? Value box here, it's 7,500. Zach says Google Sheets suck. Sorry, Dan. I use Google Sheets, but for like very simple tasks, like my card show sales and my card show vendor list and tracking payment and stuff. I don't use formulas, any of that. Your 1955 Topps Ray Jablonski needs a description update. What's old Ray Jablonski? Ray. Oh wait, am I in my store? Yes. 1955 Topps Jablonski. Let's see. Oh, the item title. Yes, it's not a 55 Topps Stamps, is it? Let's see. Where's the edit bit? Revise. The title. And what's the description say? Okay. Where's the Topps stamp? So this is not 1955 Topps. There we go. There we go. Change the title. And it's number 50. Topps 56. All right. Thank you. We'll get that revised. Bada bing, bada boom. Orlando's here. Good morning. Zach says, good call, Keating. Johnny M is at about 800 on Buy Sports Cards, trying to get my eBay store to 10,000, and then we'll list a ton more on BSC. Dave Arnold's got the Bushnell Prairie City Spartans in the house. BPC. Johnny M says, sold the last of my binder lots on Facebook yesterday. So glad to be rid of them. And I still have mine sitting on Marketplace. It's been, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Haven't moved a one. I did have somebody message me yesterday about them and said something about, does this mean the stars have been cherry picked? It's like, yeah, no shit. It's read the description. And then never mind. I read the description. So still sitting there. James says, got him. She can't tell. Just tell the ladies that you're a curator and appraiser of high-end sports collectibles. There you go. Orlando says, missed John last week. Great to see him back in the chat. He's back. Now your customers have to go to several platforms, each with unique inventory. That's not a good thing. It's not, but it's the only way to go. It's what you got to do. Let's see. Zach says countdown to LRS giving us updates on Bo's collects sales. There you go. Brian says, has anyone had luck selling Chad Ochocinco and Shannon Sharp cards with the success of their podcast? I don't think I don't have really list Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson cards. I might have some Shannon. I wonder if I have Shannon Sharp cards in my eBay store. Shannon Sharp. I'm sure I do. I don't know if I've sold any. I have nine Shannon Sharp cards for sale, and I've sold 2. A couple weeks ago, I sold probably to the same person. I sold 2 cards. John says eBay equals eyeballs. The rest are pretending. I 100% agree. 100% agree. And that's why eBay is my main platform. John has multiple OnlyFans pages. He knows from experience. Value Box Digger says John Keating with the win today. The rest will bring drips of sales. eBay will be the go-to. Oh, without question. Without question. But I need some drips, man. I want some more. I want some more money. I want to make more money. That's what businesses are all about. So I'm coming up on 60,000 listings. And instead of paying an additional $240 per month on an anchor store, and you're increasing your spend on, you're paying $300 for 100,000 listings as opposed to $60 for 60,000 listings. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to list, I'm going to, as I get closer, I'm going to list liquid inventory on eBay. Probably take some inventory down that's slow selling. Replace that with liquid and higher end stuff, but still maximize that 60,000 listings. Not opening a second eBay store. That's just, I'd rather open a secondary platform with a different customer base than a secondary eBay store. James in the house. Sales sold on my eBay. Slowed, he says. Well, that's no good. Have you been listing consistently? My sales have been through the roof. And that's going to continue today with our auctions coming up tonight. Guaranteed sales. A little, as Zach said yesterday or a couple days ago in the chat, a little shot in the arm with the auctions. So where are we at? Oh, eBay's super fucking slow. Okay. So weekend sales were yesterday was Monday. Usually Mondays are terrible for me. Not terrible, but usually Mondays are more underperforming in my eBay, and I had a really good day. Sunday was fantastic. That was boosted by the auctions. Saturday was Saturday's meh. Friday was a great day. Thursday was a great day. Wednesday was a great day. Obviously, coming off Tuesday auctions. Tuesday was great last week. Was awesome. So mine have, and I think the auctions have boosted what I'm listing. I'm also listing better stuff. I'm not just listing a bunch of 82 Donruss in my eBay store. I'm saving that for collects. Where we at? Dan says I'm having the same issues in Excel, so maybe what I want isn't possible. That could be. Cooter got on collects the other day. 15 minutes I will never get back. Immediately deleted the app. Well, that's no good. Max wants to know, how much do they pay you? Nothing. They did give me some credit though. They gave me some buyer credit. Let's see. Value Box Digger says collect seems like a wild ride when half their CDP users have eBay titles that don't match their photos, and then I guess what you're really buying. Yeah, I mean, collects is you can nitpick about every I mean, people try to sell 90 Fleer Jose Uribes on eBay for $25,000. You're going to get good sellers on every platform. You're going to get bad sellers on every platform. So Max says video games were awesome and Austin Powers was great. List Vince McMahon cards in your eBay store. Vince McMahon doesn't have too many cards. There are not very many Vince McMahon cards out there. Brian says the N64 game slapped, as the kids say. Dr. Jim says Excel is cheating. I say it helped me get an A in stats a few years back. That's and if you're in business school, Excel, like there's classes. I took 2 Excel classes in school. I was really good at it. There's a lot of cool shit you can do with Excel. I wish I would have continued learning but I used it for school, and then I did use it for when I was at the university, the athletics department for, I created kind of the basketball statistics going back and used some pivot tables and various things. And it's a powerful tool. Max says LRS McMahon cards are going to be down after that, Doc. LOL. Cooter says, after Sean Connery, 007 was dead to me. Roger Moore was the equivalent of junk wax. James says, buy a relic for $1 for one. Tomorrow it's 25 cents. That's the hobby. Yeah. Send me your dollar box. I want the napkin relics. Value Box Digger says, Brian, send Bo some dollars and he will send napkins. There you go. Andy Max says $1.25 gets machined. Dummy sellers who like wasting money think it doesn't. And that's the thing. It's like, well, I always do 2 ounces or 3 ounces to make sure. And it's like, you're just wasting money. If your card is an ounce, don't pay for 3-ounce shipping. The 3 ounces shouldn't be machined, but like Cooter said, depends if the worker looks. You will know if it was scanned or not. Check the tracking, scanned through, ran through. Offbeat All Stars is here. Good morning. John says the only way to really sell cards is to put set break in the description. Brian says, oh God, the fly ball to the left. Brant Brown. Happy Brant Brown Day. 4 days into being laid off. The house is a little cleaner, but still no interviews. I really don't care for how long the application process can take. I feel for you. The job hunting sucks, man. Victor says he dropped the ball. Zach and Porter says garage sale repacks are starting to trend too. There are many ways to sell cards. Cooter says always non-machinable in red on the front and back of the envelope. There's a higher chance of that being seen by a postal employee than a special butterfly stamp. I think BSC is okay if you have a bunch of cards from the same set and don't care to add photos pretty quick. Yeah. And that's kind of like with Sport Lots. I think Sport Lots is a great platform. It's just not for me. And especially the way I'm not organized. There's sorting and it's just, I can have my inventory without, here's a stack of 76 Topps football cards in no numerical order. You can come in and search and, you're looking for cards 75 and 83 and 94. Boom. Go down the list. BSC is a good variation listing for buyers since he doesn't have to add photos to the website. John says it's card number 56. You need to add collects 1 of 1. Who reads descriptions on eBay anyways? Very few people read descriptions. Flawed Thinker, good morning. I know I'm late, but go Commies. Looks like they finally have a QB. Then again, we said the same thing about RG3. I will run this train as long as possible. James says you make money when they retire. I've listed a few Shannon Sharp lots. Sold one already. Only been up for a month or so. 20% sell-through. Shannon is gold. Andy Max says, do you list 2020 base rookies? Alonzo, Bichette, etc. I was sorting through cards last night and just couldn't bring myself to put them in my sell pile. Those I would, yeah. Those I would for sure. 2020 base rookies of some random dude from the Oakland A's, I would not. But Pete Alonso, yes. Bo Bichette, yeah. Shannon Sharp, Action Pack rookie is a great card. AP was ahead of its time with the RC logo. Yeah, it was. The RC logo on Action Pack. Yeah. Cooter's off to the office. First meeting will be fun. Remote work turned some people stupid. Expense those miles, says Zach. Alex G in the house. Sharp does great for me. Zach says we count impressions in this neighborhood. Sales are nice to have. John says make sure Moynihan picks up the check, Cooter. Flawed Thinker says they have XL competition. Saw it on ESPN, the Ocho. Not going to lie, it was an adrenaline rush. I wonder if there's YouTube. XL competition. Microsoft XL competition. There's world championships. Microsoft Excel World Championship 2023 Finals highlights. Wow. Max says, someone that says Excel is cheating is the same person that says a calculator is cheating. That's a really good point. Remember in school when your teacher said, you're not always going to have a calculator? Suck it, Mrs. Hepner. I've always got a calculator. Mic drop. Calculator drop. USPS bums won't check. They don't care. If you don't want it damaged, bubble it, move on. I agree. You can't trust the postal employees. AA Cards, good morning. Brian says, look, postal employees don't want to deal with your handwritten, don't machine it note. They haven't trusted mail since Cousin Ted was shipping PWE. Johnny M says, takes me under a minute to list on BSC with front and back photos. I use the bulk lister they have. Max says, funny that you're cheering for the commies in DC. Oh, Max. Unicorn Cupcake says, I've gotten cards in saran wrap in a half-open envelope. My expectations are low. Speaking of low, Roller Scratcher says, did you find your own card in a quarter box yet? No, I have not. Excel is not cheating. LOL. That's like saying BTC is not money. Martin Skrelly is the best non-competitive Excel user I have ever seen. It's like keyboard ASML. Interesting. That's something I learned today. We've got eBay auctions tonight, 7 o'clock. We'll stream live here on this YouTube channel. Let's take a look. I know some bidding came in overnight. The Michael Jordan auction, we had some bidding right off the bat last week, and it's really come to a trickle. That's one where it's like, do I dare put a Michael Jordan? It's one of those where it's Michael Jordan, and it could go for more than what I would put it, buy it now, but it could also go for less. So I'm going to be interested to see where the Michael Jordan lot, we'll get to that here in a second. 2002 Topps owned the game. Tom Brady. I didn't think much of this, but then I'm like, oh shit, it's 02 and it's an insert. This actually could be a decent card. So it's already at $5.50. Jorge Posada autograph is up to $13.47. These auctions end tonight. This is the bronze parallel of the Alexa Bliss rookie card at $225. Blue number 1 out of 99. Baron Corbin, it's $1.75. We've got a Stars of MLB Bobby Witt Jr. with no bids. The greatest hits, Bobby Witt Jr. has a bid at 99 cents. How about a score rookie card of Frank Thomas? I think this is my favorite Frank Thomas rookie. Now, most people would probably say the 90 Leaf. I like this. And I think it's because the 90 Leaf was way out of my price point as a 8-year-old. Couldn't afford Leaf packs, but I could afford score. And pulling this card was like winning the lottery for me. Great card. I love it. 94 Topps. That'd be what? Second year Derek Jeter. Looks like a rookie, but it's not. $1.25. Kumar Rocker insert. It's at 99 cents. Some Star Wars refractors that were in a bulk buy. I had no idea where these will land, so I'm happy to get bids. This one's at $3.25. We've got $2.25 and $4.25. So I'm already happy with those. A soccer auto without a bid. I would say I've never heard of the guy, but most soccer players I've never heard of, so that means nothing. Ansgar Knopf, Frankfurt, no bids on an autograph. Pablo Barrios, Fuchsia refractor, no bids. Jack Grealish, a blue wave auto. We're up to $10.50 on that one. Happy with that. Some Garbage Pail Kid refractors. Reese Pieces, number to 150. That's at $2.72. And the unzipped Zach Purple Wave refractors at $2. I'm happy with those. Camo refractor rookie Michael Floyd looking for a bid. Mohamed Sanu purple refractor rookie looking for a bid. Derrick Henry absolute rookie cards at $1.94. Another Garbage Pail Kid, Baked Jake, number to 275. That has a bid of 99 cents. First Chrome refractor Kumar Rocker is at 99 cents. Brian Arakpo auto in a Texas Longhorns uniform. That's at $5.50. I'm happy with that already. A whole bunch of Brady's ending tonight. 2008 Upper Deck Masterpieces, still looking for an opening bid. An 05 Heritage is at 99 cents. Peyton Manning, New Age Performers, no bids. Matt Ryan, Bowman Gold rookie card, and a Jordy Nelson Bowman Gold rookie card. A Reggie Bush Blue, number to 500, no bids. Brian Westbrook Orange, number to 250, has a bid of 99 cents. Heritage Chrome Peyton Manning. I can't believe this one doesn't have a bid yet from 05. DeMarco Murray, Platinum rookie card, no bids. Randall Cobb Chrome rookie, no bids. This is an interesting one. It's one of those, is it going to do well at auction, or is this a buy it now? There's like nothing out there. But also, who's looking for 1991 National VIP packs? This is something that I could see selling for $20. I could see this selling for $1.50. I hope it sells for closer to $20, but I have no idea. So this is one of those you throw at auction and you kind of hope it does well. 84 traded Doc Gooden. This does have a crease in the bottom right corner. It's already at 325. It's got that crease, so I'm happy with that already. Jonathan Franklin RPA from Topps Finest, Packers, 99 cents. Bijan Robinson, triple relic rookie to $3.99. Is it $1.52? A Deebo Samuel relic, $1.25. Josh Jacobs, he's now playing for the Packers. This relic is numbered to 49. No bids yet. Sam Laporta rookie relic from Prisms at $1.50. A Bijan Robinson rookie relic at 99 cents. And a Jordan Addison Prism jersey. No bids on that. Lot of 87 Topps baseball coins. Somebody in the chat mentioned this last week or a couple weeks ago about putting oddball stuff like this at auction. Thought that was a pretty good idea. So had a whole bunch of 87 Topps coins, 37 in fact. Those are at auction currently at $1.25. Adley Rushman shellacked insert from 2023 Bowman's Best is at $2. It came to the league. Adley Rushman is at $3. I'm surprised this Wayne Gretzky doesn't have any bids. Legends of Hockey 2011-2012 Upper Deck SPX. This is numbered to $4.99. No bids yet. Ronaldo Marvels insert has a bid, 99 cents. Peyton Manning Silver Prism, no bids. Some more soccer. Jude Bellingham Topps Chrome, no bids. Erling Haaland Kaleidoscope insert does have a bid of 99 cents. Upper Deck Jersey Relic Brett Favre is at $1.25. Dr. James Beckett, hey, he was mentioned earlier. His card from 2005 Topps all-time fan favorites is at $2.25. J.J. Watt rookie card doesn't have a bid. And finally, the Michael Jordan lot, 50 total items, 49er cards, plus one book. It's got the Johnny Kilroy. It's got the book. It's got a calling card. It's got a rookie reprint. It's got the rated rookie in the White Sox uniform, a whole bunch of Broder cards. It's a great lot. I'm surprised we haven't had any bidding in the last few days. It's at $28. I'm hoping it goes significantly higher than that. So we'll see tonight. We'll start the stream at 7 p.m. Central and watch the final hammer drop on these auctions. Let's go to the chat and then wrap up the show. Max says Skrelly is also a genius, but too bad he used it wrong. Low Roller Scratcher says Bitcoin is going up. Zach and Porter says the 1990 score is the most aesthetically satisfying. I would agree with that. John says Grealish is the man, living a life we all wished for ourselves. Up the Blues. Low Roller says now you can afford the Frank Thomas Leaf rookie card today. There you go. Max says your Bitcoin moves slower than Pokemon. Invest in Pokemon Seal. Never goes down. Zach says I have out my best offer on the second year Jeter. Unicorn Cupcake says it sucks because it's pro set. Low Roller says Bitcoin will go up crazy in October to December due to 10-year chart history. Unicorn Cupcake says never liked any pro set cards. There's only one pro set that I liked. That was 89. And I think most people would agree that 89 was by far the best pro set. Unicorn Cupcake says, duh, Max, don't you read the charts? Holland. What did I say? Holland? Holland. Erling Haaland. Is that like Earl Morale? Max says that's not how it works. Chart readers are the worst. Holland. Or maybe try saying Holland. Erling Holland. Thank you, LRS. Just bought IBIT. Put for December. There you go. Reading the charts. We've got more auctions starting tonight. I just touched a 1991 Pro Set Tony Mandrich moments ago. Or should I say, it touched me. Tony Mandrich. All right, that's what I had for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and in 11 hours, we'll be back for Auctions Live. 7 p.m. Central. We'll count down, so get those bids in. 99centcards.com. The Buy It Now has the 25% off deal. That's Buy It Now only and regular price items only. So 99centcards.com. When you buy 7 or more at regular price, you'll save 25% off at checkout. 99centcards.com. And I'm now selling on Collects as well. It's going to be a lot of base cards, good for set builders. You'll get a much lower price than what you'll get from my eBay store on those cards. It's not mixed and matched, and I don't know if I'm gonna be doing cross selling just yet. It'll be available in the short future, I believe. So hop on over, download the Collects app if you so wish, and check out my store at 1 Million Cubs. All right, that's going to wrap it up. I need some coffee. Have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tonight.